everybody, welcome to the Opal channel. And I don't know if you remember, I said we had a bit of a hot week in the last video I posted, and it was only about a night or so after that. We had a bit of a bad fire up the road in the hills around the Cherry Gardens to Chunga Meadows, south of Adelaide, and the smoke was really bad. We couldn't breathe at all outside and had to keep the doors closed and close up all the vents. It was extremely bad smoke. So we got a bit of a rain the other night, so that's taken all that out the air and I can breathe again. So I'm back at it. Hope everybody's all right out that way. I haven't had anything specifically. There's a fair bit of damage done, but I think everybody's okay, unless I've misheard. So I hope that's not the case. I hope everyone's okay. And yeah, anyway, today's video, I'm going to be doing a bit of a cleanup. Some more of the Lightning Ridge parcel, same parcel. I'm still going through it. Thought I'd gone through the best of it, but some of this is showing some promise inside. So I'm like, might have to investigate further on these pieces. Except for that piece at the moment. These are all Lightning Ridge. So I've had a really good look at these because there's not much you can do with them. Like with a crack through there, the colour bar running down that way on an angle, how you get a stone out of it. But I've noticed through there, once this little bit here gets out the way, if I can get a face through there somehow, it might show some promise. Keep this here and take it down through there and see what happens. So that's the plan for that one. That one obviously saw. This one's got an interesting, it's got a nice little face there, pretty plain sort of face, but it does have just here, it's a bit of a blocky potchy colour bar, but it's got nicer green, and it does actually pop out. If I can get it to show there. So if somewhere in between there and there, and I think I saw some colour around this way somewhere, there's a bit there. This end of the stone's no good, but around here somewhere, even in there somewhere, if I can get a little stone, be nice. So I might slice him in half so I can still take that stone. There's no point wasting it. And see what this bit does, so that'll be interesting. A couple more bits, and again, I've looked at these and looked at these and looked at these. I've thought about carving, cutting, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do? So this one I'm going to take down and see what this does. It doesn't matter if it stays there that end, but down here, if it can clean up and get a nice little face through under there, it'd be nice. So it's about time I started on that. And the other option was just keeping that face, which isn't too bad, but at least it's got colour. But the colour's all over the place on this one, so I'm just going to start by taking that bit down, and I may not cut it, I may carve it still, who knows. We'll get to see it in a bit. This bit's got some really nice promise of two stones. One at the bottom, goes all the way around, but it's a little bit tricky over here with this sand and that. So even if the stone's just there, but obviously it'd be that way up, so I'll have to slice it through just above the colour bar, bring it down and keep that black on the bottom, and see what can be done with this bit. It's got a big hole there, but I have looked through it with the light. Try not to burn the camera. You can see through it, so that even just under that, if I have to come down that far on that angle and see if I can cut a stone. It's got a bit of a hole there too, so I don't think that goes in too far. It's sort of broad enough to see what happens. So that might be a two stone. Stuck to the bottom. This one's pretty straightforward. It's got a very thin bar. Kind of challenge I like. It's got a bit of a sort of webbing some other mineral inside there. So I'm not sure if it goes all the way through and whether I'll get a little stone out of it or not, but even if I get a nice little stone, it'd be good. Go alongside some other ones. Now this piece was going to be carving, because I really like this bit in here. I was just going to carve away and see what I can show up under there. But here's got a very interesting little bar. It sort of goes that way, comes out up through the top there. So I'm thinking of facing down there, and I really like that colour in there. That is gorgeous and bright. When it gets on the right angle, it just distorts the camera. Can't produce the colours properly, so it does that weird. It's just that bright neon. But that's pretty much what it looks like. It's that bright. So that'll be interesting. See what I can get out of there. Even the tiny little stone will be really noticeable, I reckon. And that way I can work on the rest of that in a bit. It's got a nice little ring colour there. Pity it's need it under magnification to see some of this. And then if you hold it way back, you just wouldn't even really look at that part there. But up close, it's just a great little specimen. So anyway, that'll be interesting. And I might even end up slicing it through. There's a couple of pieces here that need slicing. Not sure about that yet. That'll be need separating the top from the bottom. And that one too. And see what happens with this one. That colour in there, and whether it travels across and there's another bit up there, or whether that's going to be the face. Who knows? Bit of colour poking out there as well. I'm not sure what this one will do. This is all gamble for me. It's the way I like it. You never know what you're going to get. So anyway, and that's Lightning Ridge. So in amongst all that, I've also got a piece of gamble. I've had a look, as I say, I've looked at every piece of this over and over and over and over and over. Dry, wet, seen all these cracks. When they're dry, you can see the cracks in this matrixy sort of material. Every now and then there's these little pockets of absolute glassy opal. And I've looked in that with a light, shone it in there, and it just glows all inside there for a bit. So I'm not sure how far across that will be, but I hope to get a really nice stone out of it. Now unfortunately, sacrifice is just as a specimen. Where is it? It's a really nice flood of red on the right angle, all the way over here. I'm going to play around for a sec, almost. Something around there, yeah. It showed up better in the water. So there's a nice colour in there. So I think I'd, take this top down, see what this does. But this is what I'm after, that stuff there, more so. So that'll be another one. So I'm gonna head over to the wheel and get it all hooked up, get the water running, start peeling these back, unwrapping some presents. Hope you enjoy. Alright, what I want to start with is this one, and just see what happens in here. Otherwise I'll just tidy this up, ready to be cut. Not too sure what it'll do, but take this off and be able to see a bit more. Just reach across here, start the machine. Down just a little bit at a time. Goes in a little bit. Very patchy. Colour in there, it's not flooding. That's what I meant by potchy colour. potch and colour, not potchy colour, I should have said. Let's take this down a bit. See if it becomes good. That's very deep there. You're looking straight into the stain under there. That's where it comes out the top. Take this side down a little bit more, see what it does. So if there's a stain to be had, maybe over here somewhere, very small. So I'm not sure if it's worth chasing. Just like this side a bit. See it doesn't come out. Or if it does, it's down there. No. Definitely might take this off the top first. Really a stain in there to be had, I'm not sure. So I slice it, I suppose. It'd just be an added bonus, I suppose. That's about it. It's not a very major gain, but it'd be a shame to waste it if it could come good. So I think that does go into way too deep. Neat little shape quickly. This is where you can practice your skills on seeing what will happen, and you never know. But just rolling that little bit of sand out, see if that colour did go down. It's not really making much of a statement. Very dark. It's not super bright. But it may help to salvage it. To take this bit off the top. Sort of be only about that much left. So I might cut straight into that, who knows. So I'll slice it, and now just go random, I think. So I don't need slicing for that. We're going to take the top off of here, see what happens. It's going really quickly because it's very soft. Very, very soft, so it doesn't take too long to take down. So be careful I don't go straight in and through it. In the middle there, hope that cleans up. It should. So, with the light, still a fair bit to go down. Starting to clear up, turn back into colour. Colour's nice. Just going to go down far enough to go under here. I'll roll that section out first, the corner. Just to see how deep it goes. Good. sound I don't like, so it may become 2 stones yet. I saw through, get one there, another one there. Stones on the bottom of it, yeah. So that one will be for the saw for now. I'll come back and finish it off. I may just cut some of these and show the cutting of one, maybe like a quick cut in amongst all this. So I'll get a move on, get this taken down. Even though you've got a plan on how you're going to cut it, it's always wise to just keep checking it. You never know what you may, if the colour does bulge up underneath what you think is all solid potch to take off, you may just lose a really good stone. So, always checking. As quick as it can go wrong, it can go right. And then it can go wrong again. If that makes sense. Kernel's doing. And a black kernel right there. Now there is a choice. I can slice it off and make that the bottom. Which again I may leave to slicing and see what happens. I've got way too many holes to know what to do with down this end. Unfortunately. Carving, but yeah, it's too much. So let's see what that does upside down. It's going to have a nice little name on it. On a flat. Would have been good if that black turned to a bit of colour though. I should go down a bit further to investigate, but if I'm wrong, I'll lose it. So, gotta make a decision sometimes. Slice above all that colour in the middle there somewhere and slowly bring it down from the other side and see what happens that way. Just a lazy bit. Just do a quick roll. Shouldn't take too much off to find out what's going to happen. There's a little bit of sand still coming through there. That little bit of potch there I'm trying to knock out of the way, so I'm trying not to touch this side. So bring it down at an angle that way. Poking through there now. I've got to remember not to take it down too far because I've got to leave some for the cutting process. Tidy it up afterwards. Well, nice little pattern stone anyway. cleaner further down in some spots. We might leave that as is for now. That crack did stop there. It's starting to disappear. So that may just get ground off the side because there's no point keeping it. By the time I slice through it, nothing left of it. A tiny little sliver. Even though it's a little 0.5 mil, but oh, there we go. I can keep it. Yeah, the chip jar. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, a little 5 mil blade still does a wider than 5 mil cut. Well, that colour does go down right down. This may turn really nice. Let's have a look. Sand there, so if you keep taking it in, you'll lose surface there. Next up there, I'll take this off. Stone out of it. Too far on the bottom. Do some later. There we go, one little stone. There's the one I thought was picking up. So let's clean the goggles. So let's see what this one does. So I have to lose that bit. Wow, that cleaned right up. Was just on the surface, so hopefully I can get that to happen here. And I'm just going to have to lose that section. Right up. So watch out for that. So take that off. Very thin down that side. Beautiful. Should come up a nice little stone. Put them around there. I think I'll leave it like that for now. Right, another piece I'm interested in, really interested in. Look at this piece. Slowly take this top down. colour coming through now. Save some of that to take off on the wheel. So same spot there, but even there. A touch more off now. Sliced. I might even see what this does. So, start by taking this knob off the top here. See what that colour does with that colour. Crossing over a bit into here and out of there. I'm sort of hoping it goes along like that angle there, with a little bit more face out of that spot than just that. That's still nice. Sandy in there. No. Maybe doing what I think it was going to do. Shot. Black. Just don't know if that travels in and goes under a bit, or if it stops right up against it. It's not looking too hopeful.
doing. Just a little bit more. Colour there. Wouldn't it be nice if that and that joined up? Nice colour too. Take the this edge off. Sand goes in a fair bit. That colour's going to go in any further than that. And obviously the patch, I'll see if I can cut it out and make something out of it. One little blotch. Potch and potch. This is me holding out hope. Maybe that wasn't there. But it is. I'm gonna make a love heart. So yeah, that's still got promise in this end. I've only ever ground it down with a Dremel. In there. Come on. Again, these are just some gamble pieces in amongst the parcel that weren't the main attraction, but anyway. Alright. Best to last. I love my Andamooka. Especially the crystal translucent. I'm just going to take this top down and see what hopefully clears up. travel across. Keep a grip on it. No, it's not doing what I hoped it would. Not quickly anyway. Maybe I've just got to come down a little bit more yet. Over the side. Again, holding out hope. It lit up on the inside with the light, but as in this stuff stayed a bit duller, that lit up. It's just not showing how it did that. Oh well. Win some, lose some, still a nice stone. Don't destroy this edge. I'm going to still take it down though, just to see. For a little stone even just in around there in size. Just goes to show you never know what it's going to do. And again, I'm still taking it down. Here we go. Never know. There we go. Still a little bit more to come off there, but I think I might get my stone after all. Never give up. Never give up. Just give it a little bit of a tidy up. Start to leave dot. Why not? While I'm here. Yeah, that's there. See what I can't turn that into. Awesome. Alright, I'm just going to go over the saw and cut a couple of these pieces up and come clean some more up. Hang on a sec. That was wet. So, successfully retrieved this to cut that gem. Hopefully gorgeous. That's awesome. I'll take a little bit of that any day rather than none. And that's the rest of that piece. So that'll be a carving, I think. Just try and bring out as much of that colour as possible. Not sure if it'll turn into a face. Would be nice. That could dip straight into there and I'd lose the lot, so it's a bit of a risk. Yeah, that'll be some fun for later. And got that stone off that one successfully. And the rest of that is this piece. So that bit of colour that was there is on the thin wedge end. So maybe not. But would have got ground away anyway with no idea what was under there otherwise, so always worth checking. Always worth checking. Get that piece off. And I think that's the rest of him. Two nice little stones. Which way does it go? Two little ones there. But it all adds up. And I'll bring the top of this down in a minute and see what happens there. Or maybe I'll wait till I put it on the top stick. Yeah, chuck them in there. And then there's this piece. This bit's no good. Good for a chip jar. Could get a tiny stone out of it, but not really worth chasing that one. And so I'll take that down from this side. You can see the colour's already there. And take it over this side more. Start following that contour to see how far in it goes. See if it does travel across enough to get a stone out of. So I'll do that now. Oops, hang on a sec. Gotta plug the machine back in. Maybe I should just take it down that side. Just going to touch it a bit more. It is getting smaller, so that's one thing. I do think maybe my stone is this side though. Did work out after, so I got a little stone out of there. It's not super bright, but it's a stone. Awesome. And there's that other bit. Yeah, I'm curious. through, so might get a little stain out afterward. So I'm going to dot some of these and probably do a quick cut, super quick cut. Okay, here's my victims for now. The Andamooka, hopefully cleans up better. And some lightning ridge. So I'll get to and start cutting these, and I'll just get through this. Keep this short so you get to see a result quick. Okay, so they're all nicely shaped up. I've just got to go through the polish pads with them. Out to a serum. All of those two from the same piece. I had to cut in half. So now it's got two. Not quite matching, but it's sort of same coloration. This one not so much as this one. Anyway, that one's sort of come up okay-ish. Still a bit concerned about the face. Just seems to be a little issue with it, but I'll see if that turns into anything or not. So still a nice stone like that. And so it's that little one, a little bit of black opal. Didn't really face too well that way, but when you turn it, it's got some nice flashes. Looks a heck of a lot better in the sun. Hopefully get out in the sun this time. It's got way more green in it. Anyway, this one I'm really impressed with. Didn't really, a little bit of grey at the top there, it does light up, but I risk losing the lot if I try to correct that. It really thins out along this edge. So it is what it is, and it's still very nice. Small added bonus. And the Andamooka one, that came up alright. Nice crystal. So there we are. I'll get these polished and we'll see if I can make up a carat or two. Okay, well, the sun's all shining. Let's see if I zoom in a bit more. Let's go to that bit there, see. So this one didn't really turn out too well directional, straight on as in, but it does have some really nice colour, as it did from the side before, but unfortunately not super gem. Can't win them all. Andamooka piece. Very nice. Great colour. It's a little bit small, but no, that's sometimes how it comes. And go for these two bits. So they didn't turn out too bad. Where are we? And this is in sunlight, so gives an idea. You'll see them again in the camera light a bit later, once I take them off, but I thought I'd get the sun in while we can, and you can compare the difference in colour, visible colour. Then we got this one, so a bit of an issue on the side there, but that should get hidden with the bezel. Must be a nice little ring stone or something. It's not too bad. For what these bits were to start with, I'm quite happy. That one turned out quite nice. It's a bit hard to get the hand steady, get the colour to come up. Blood red into orange and into green and blue, so the full spectrum. Roy G. Biz. Anyway, I'll stop playing. Okay, here we go, all finished. Straight to the, oops,
A little bit of wax still there. So there's a couple of issues on the side there that can be hidden by a bezel. It's not a super expensive stone anyway. And it'll still look nice in the ring. I say it's not super expensive because I don't have a clue. Yeah, anyway, that's that one. That one turned out quite nice. Not too bad, nice little flash. These are only tiny though. That's its other half. It's not too bad. Again, a bit of wax on the side there. So, I didn't notice all this before I started recording up close. Anyway, so yeah, I'll get on with it. That's that one. That one's not too bad. Quite like the blues in it myself. And this one, bit of a disappointment. Thought with the black bottom might show something decent from the top, but it's a bit too directional and grey. So it's sort of on the angle, you'll get a bit of colour, a bit of flash, and it is what it is. It's good for the collection. You can always stare at it like this, take some photos. Everyone's got a good side. I think that was it then. There. Makes it look good. Anyway, this one I kind of like very much. It's got a bit of everything. It's yeah, obviously this stuff, if it was as good as you hoped it could be for Opal, I wouldn't have afforded to buy it to cut it like this, so you wouldn't be seeing it. So it is what it is, but still a nice piece. No way to hold it to keep it clean. Anyway, another one here, Andamooka. Quite impressed with the result of that one. It's gorgeous colours. It's got a sort of a lot of wax. I mean, it's low dome. When I say low dome, I just mean its overall height of dome compared to its width. Could be classed as a medium dome, I suppose. But it's a little bit flat on top to really say that anyway. But beautiful. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I'll get on with some really nice bigger pieces. Thinking of slicing up a rock next. Start cutting some stones out of. Got that really big colourful one with a big green bar through it. I don't know if anyone remembers from other videos. I showed it in a couple. It's got some reds and purples and a big green bar through it, Andamooka. So I think I'll get on with that next, definitely. Big nice stone. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Oh, actually, firstly, getting ahead of myself here. Let's just chuck it all on the scales. Kind of curious. So this is just the Lightning Ridge stuff. 5 stones. Wow. 2.5 carat. 2 3/4 carat. Let's call it 3 carat. Well, there we are. 3 carat. 3 carat at $30 a carat. It's about $100 there. Sweet. Nice and cheap. Anyone want it? We'll give this away. Saving a few bits up for when I open my store up on, well, my online store. A couple other bits here. Because I think Opal should be for everyone to enjoy. If that's going to come up. This one's a hard, very directional. It's usually red. Just gonna make a liar of me. There we go. Very directional. So anyway, got a whole bunch of stuff. And these ones from the other video. Might use a couple of them, but I think I might give a few away. Anyway, again, hope you enjoyed and look forward to the next video. Cheers.